The sensational gold smuggling case involving a Kannada actor and the daughter of a DGP rank officer, which has now opened an entire Pandora's box in that state, days after Ranya Rao was caught smuggling gold bars weighing more than 14 kilograms on her body, on her person. And she was arrested at the Bengaluru International Airport last week. The investigation is now expanding to bring in, more and more of her accomplices. It is clear that Ranya alone could not have smuggled 14 kilograms of gold on her person. Ranya came under the radar of the DRI, the Directorate of Revenue Intelligence, after she made her fourth visit to Dubai in just 15 days. So in the last fortnight of February itself, she had gone to Dubai 4 times, and on more than one occasion, she was wearing the same costume, the same dress, and that is what raised the suspicions of the DRI officials. Also, earlier it was learned that Ranya Rao had made as many as 27 trips to Dubai in the past year. Besides Ranya, 2 others have also been taken into custody. One of them happens to be her personal security officer, who was given to her by virtue of the fact that her father is a senior police official in the state of Karnataka. The CBI has also now gotten involved in this matter. They are investigating further to find out who else were her accomplices in this entire smuggling racket. But this case has acquired a political overtone. The BJP is alleging that the actor has links with Congress leaders. One of the BJP leaders, in fact, came out and said that right after she got arrested by the DRI at the Kempegowda airport last week in Bengaluru, one of the calls that she made allegedly was to a minister in the Congress government. The party, the BJP, has been alleging that since she got arrested, she has approached at least 2 ministers in the Siddaramaiah government in Karnataka. State BJP chief Mr. Vijendra has also said that there was blatant violation of protocols which could not have happened without the direct support of influential figures within the government. But on the other side, the Congress has also hit back saying, and they've raked up an old case where a parcel of land was granted to a company in which Ranya Rao was one of the directors in the previous BJP administration. So this entire case is getting politicized by both sides. I want to play out sound bites from both sides and then we'll go across for further details on this.
Now this has been handed over to CBI. Let the CBI comes out with their findings. Till then, these are all speculations. Once the CBI comes out with definite information, who is involved, who is not involved, all that we will know. Yeah, let them say so. Who has influenced, who has directed, or the committee has taken a decision.
Congress has also now hit back and opened a new political front against the BJP to counter these allegations that they've made vis-a-vis Ranya Rao. The Congress is alleging that under the previous Basavaraj Bommai government, the BJP government, the Karnataka Industrial Area Development Board, or the KIADB, had allotted 12 acres of government land to a firm in which Ranya Rao was one of the directors. They had promised to set up a steel plant. This was in 2023 under the BJP government. Ranya Rao happens to be a director in a firm called Siroda, K-S-I-R-O-D-A, Siroda India Private Limited. They were supposed to make steel bars meant for construction. Documents show that the land allotment was approved in the 137th state-level single-window clearance committee meeting. Murugesh Nirani, who was then the industries minister in the BJP government, who was also the chairman of the Karnataka Industrial Area Development Board, the KIADB, he said that the allotment was made after a green light came from a committee that was headed by the industry secretary and 30 senior officials, senior bureaucrats who had looked into this case and who had discussed this before arriving at a decision to grant that 12 acres of land to a company in which Ranya Rao happens to be one of the directors.
She has tried to contact some Congress ministers, trying to use their influence and try to get out of the problem she got into. And now it is almost in the public domain that 2 ministers are involved in that. They have tried to help her and they are trying to help her.
The BJP should also answer that why their government, the BJP government, allotted, I believe, 9 or 11 acres of land, 12 acres of land in Tumkuru to the company belonging to Ranya Rao.
So the actor has now been sent to judicial custody till the 24th of March, but these dramatic events that unfolded in court during whether or not her custody with DRI should be extended, Ranya Rao alleged that she is traumatized and that she is being emotionally broken by the DRI authorities who are questioning her. She broke down in court today. The DRI has dismissed the charge and said that the entire procedure, whether it was the arrest, whether it was the interrogation, has all been recorded as footage for examination by the court. The actor has ruled out any physical torture and claimed that she was verbally tortured and threatened while she was in DRI custody. The agency, for its part, through its lawyers, has told the court that Ranya Rao was not cooperating with the agency and that they were seeking further extension of her custody, but the court has instead sent her to judicial custody. So let me go across to Harish, who's joining us with more details on this. Harish, so a dramatic day both in court as well as this whole political football that's happening between BJP and Congress on this curious case of Ranya Rao. What happens next in this case? Do we know who these accomplices were? It's hard to fathom that she managed to do all of this on her own. Yes, the PSO was picked up on that very same day. I believe one other person has been picked up. But how far does this go? Clearly, there must have been some very senior, very influential people with whose help, or at least certainly connivance, she was able to get away with smuggling 14 kilograms of gold through airport security, that too.
Well, absolutely. In fact, the DRI says that this was a full-fledged syndicate that was working and that was taking advantage of the exact protocols that were extended to Ranya Rao. That's the submission that the DRI has made to court. They've arrested another person, the second arrest that's happened in this case. One person who is the son of a known hotelier from Bengaluru, he's been arrested. He's been given for DRI custody for 5 days by the court. The DRI also looking at various other transactions that she has done in the last couple of years, including property transactions that she has done. And they're trying to question all the people who she's been in touch with in the recent past to understand the kind of syndicate that was at work here. The other aspect to mention here is that the DRI has told the court that she's not cooperating with the investigation. In fact, interestingly, they did not seek her custody today for that precise reason, because she was not answering most of the questions that were asked. And she said that she was being threatened, verbally threatened by the investigating officer. The DRI now hoping that the others who are part of this syndicate can be arrested soon. The DRI has told the court that there are specific leads that they have got, and they are objecting grant of bail to Ranya Rao on those precise reasons that if she comes out of on bail, then she could scuttle this probe and influence witnesses and others involved. And they're objecting to bail being given to Ranya Rao. That is something that the court is likely to hear tomorrow. And in the meanwhile, we've seen so much of politics over this that now there are question marks on how the Basuraj Bommai government accepted this request. Remember, this is a company that Ranya Rao is the director. The only other director is her brother, Rishabh. And they promised to invest 132 crore rupees in this company that was likely to come up in Tumukuru. So several question marks on how the committee blindly accepted this proposal, granted 12 acres of land to two people who promised to invest 132 crore rupees without explaining the source of fund.
All right, Harish, we'll leave it at that. It's a fascinating story. It has really captured the national imagination as to how the daughter of a DGP rank officer could become a gold smuggler like Ranya Rao is alleged to have become.